Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I think we're starting to receive more guests in our room. Right now, there's 14 participants in our room. We will begin our webinar in about 3 minutes. Check if your mic is okay, if you have a good, stable connection. So this is Doing Business in Turbulent Times. Our runtime is from 4 p.m. up to 5:30 p.m. After that, we'll have short closing remarks. And then our panelists would be Excel Cabling, Samantha Javier, Ragde Falsis. We will be talking about the current state of the businesses in this economy, and like how businesses are doing. What are the key insights that we've learned about consumers during the past few weeks? So we're still getting more participants. So this webinar is free. If you, for some reason, need to exit, we will, or miss some part of the webinar, we will be posting a recorded version of this in our Facebook page. Please visit our Facebook page. It's Learning Synergies on Facebook. Okay, the time check, it's 4:05. We shall begin with our webinar for this afternoon. This is Doing Business in Turbulent Times, brought to you by Learning Synergies. Learning Synergies, I'll give you an introduction in a short while. This is a free webinar, and our beneficiary, all the proceeds of your donations will be forwarded to our beneficiary for this afternoon. So some of you guys might be new in the Zoom interface. If this is your first time to use Zoom, you may hover on your screen, and you will see these icons. You have your mute icon. You can open your camera and say hi. There's also a chat box where you can type to the room. You can share your thoughts. We encourage you to post your questions in the chat box so that our team will collect these questions, and so that we can forward them to our guests. Okay. So these are just some quick reminders before we begin. So the room can accommodate a maximum of 500 users at a time. We will provide a recorded version of the discussion shortly after the webinar. Please check our Facebook page for updates on that. And then by default, your microphones are muted throughout the duration of the webinar. So this is so that we can focus on the discussion by eliminating the background noise as much as possible. You don't want to hear a lot of mga tumatahol na aso sa likod when the recording version comes out, okay? Your cameras are also turned off by default upon entering the room, but you may turn on your camera and say hi if you like. Also, if we can, the admin can unmute your mic, the guest's mic, if necessary for the discussion. We also encourage you to type in your questions in the chat box by clicking on the chat box icon below. The host will unmute your microphone again if necessary for the discussion. So the program flow for this afternoon, I'll give you the walkthrough of Zoom, introduce you to our beneficiary, partner beneficiary, and our panelists for this afternoon. And then, so that would run for about 5 minutes. The bulk of the afternoon will have we'll have panel discussion from 4:05 to 5:05 p.m. And then after that, we'll have a short Q&A and then capped by a closing, some closing remarks from our team. Let me just give you, so this webinar is brought to you by Learning Synergies, Inc. We offer a continuing education and professional development programs on a wide range of topics. You can check out our Facebook page again if you want to see more details. Later on, after the program, we will give you updates on our next masterclass and seminars. So stay tuned for that. Our beneficiary this afternoon is Art Relief. So if you're familiar or not familiar with Art Relief Mobile Kitchen, they began their journey in 2013 when Yolanda hit the Philippines. This was the strongest typhoon at that time. So ARMK sets up a community kitchen and engages community cooks, chefs, and volunteers to help prepare hot meals for people affected by disasters. And for today, especially, ARMK serves hot meals to our frontliners, to our healthcare workers, and people basically in low-income communities. They are serving these places, Baclaran Church, Lipa City in Batangas, Davao, Surigao del Sur, and finally Los Baños, Laguna. For the purpose of our webinar this afternoon, proceeds will go to the mobile kitchen, Art Relief Mobile Kitchen in Los Baños, Laguna. So let's welcome our, I'm seeing more participants, more guests coming into the room. Right now, there's 17 participants in the room. So again, this is welcome to Learning Synergies and welcome to Doing Business in Turbulent Times, a free webinar brought to you by Learning Synergies. I will give you the donation details in a while. So this is how to donate. You may donate via these channels. We have I believe we have 5 channels. Number 1, you can donate through BPI. Don't worry, I'll be posting this as we go along the webinar. This will be displayed on your screen. BPI account. You can also deposit to our Union Bank account. GCash is also possible. PayMaya, and you can also donate via coins.ph, and finally, last but not least, PayPal. You can donate via PayPal. Our target is to raise at least 40,000 pesos to support at least 1 day's worth of supplies for a community kitchen in Los Baños, Laguna. The community is around 600 people, 600 healthcare workers and individuals in low-income households. If kung pala rin, baka lumampas ng 40,000, then we can aim for a higher donation so that our donation will last for more than a day in their mobile kitchen. By the way, I would like to introduce myself. My name's Marvin. You can call me Marvin. I'm part of Learning Synergies, Inc. I'm a startup co-founder and a digital strategist for more than 12 years. My team, this was part of our efforts to do a donation drive, as well as to do some information campaign on businesses, how they're doing during this extraordinary times that we are facing. I'll be your moderator, your back-end moderator for today. And your other moderator would be, Sam Javier. So Sam, I will unmute Sam now.
Oh, hi, Marvin.
Hi, everyone. Hi, so Sam is the managing partner of Praxis Associates PH. I've been working with Sam for the past year, and we came from the same college, the College of Development Communication in UP Los Baños. We were in the same student organization back then, and it's a pleasure working with Sam for the past year. Sam is also the CEO of Learning Synergies. So Sam would be the moderator for this afternoon, and she would be driving the discussion with our panelists, Ragde and Excel. So with that, I'll introduce our panelist, Ragde Falsis. So Ragde is also, I've unmuted your microphone now. But anyway, let's wait for Ragde. But Anyway, Ragde is I've worked with Ragde for more than a year now. Ragde is the CEO of Go Rated Innovations Labs with more than 10 years of experience in software development. He is also part of the managing partners in Hammerspace Media, which is an entity, separate business entity that we are managing as well. So Ragde has vast experiences in software development, mobile app development, and web development. So it would be great to get some insights on how digital plays a role in these times. No, like right now an online discussion using Zoom. Never would have I imagined that I would be hosting a live webinar in 2020, because like for most of the time it's like live, like you go to a hall and you speak in front of people. But now I'm speaking with um, on people online, and we're also seeing a lot of consumer shifts going towards digital and brand shifts to digital. So this is something that Ragde would provide a lot of great insights on. Another one of our panelists, last but not the least, is Mr. Excel Kabling. He is the proprietor of, let me just unmute you, Excel. He's the proprietor of Upbeat Merchandise. If you are from UP and you're familiar with the UP merchandise, he's the guy. They have two, right, Excel? You have two branches in UP Diliman and in UP Los Baños, correct?
Yes, Marvin, that's correct.
So would be great to get insights from Excel from the point of view of a business owner, especially a startup. Actually, hindi siya startup masyado. It's like a mid-startup. They started in 2011, and now they have medyo household names if you're from UP, no? So with that, I will turn over the mic to Sam. Sam, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
Marvin, thank you. Thank you.
So I guess we can start our discussion with us basically just talking to Excel and Ragde. If any of the guests have any questions, pwede kayo mag-type in the chat box below. So yeah, Sam, I'll give the floor to you.
Yeah, EJ here is already testing his Zoom capabilities. Thanks for that, Marvin.
Cool.
Sabi niya, I bought a number of shirts and jackets from Excel now. Siyempre, sikat ang upbeat diba?
Actually, meron din akong I think one of our friends gave me the UP cap last Christmas.
Nice. Ay, yeah. Parang alam ko kung saan Christmas party yan. Anyway, thanks for that, Marvin. Really great introduction about this afternoon's event. So, ano lang to, guys? Kwentuhan lang, diba? Just imagine you're in a coffee shop. Like, ano lang tayo, kumustahan tayo, diba? It's been, almost a month since we entered the enhanced community quarantine, and then parang shook talaga. Shook is an underrated word for everything.
Yeah.
Walang kapalit. Parang di ba ito yung panahon na yung academics, they're trying to theorize what's happening, di ba? Parang nangyari na ba to dati? Nung nagkaroon ng mga pandemic dati, ano nangyari? Pero syempre, iba naman yung panahon na yun kasi iba yung konteksto natin, iba yung ginagalawan nating mundo, etc. And we're lucky this afternoon because yung business community very supportive talagang. Ako, I can really attest to that, na parang biglang organic yung growth nung support groups, na parang okay guys, gawa tayong Facebook group, chat lang tayo, di ba? Parang kamusta ka, kamusta negosyo ngayon, lahat nagkakaroon ng sacrifices, but di ba, ang titignan na natin anong pwede natin gawin right now and anong magiging new normal natin. So, kamustahin natin si kay Excellence Ragde kung ano ba pinagkakaabalahan nyo ngayong lockdown. Di ba? Almost 1 month na. Sige, kay Excel.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, let's start with Excel.
Ayan. Ngayong lockdown, yung update sa business, of course, yung two stores namin ay totally closed.
Mm-mm.
Since nung unang in-announce yung walang pasok sa UP Diliman, we already experienced a significant decline on walk-in customers. So yung plano sana namin, kung NCR lang yung naka-lockdown, we still like to push through yung online and yung store sana namin sa Los Baños. But because of the expanded community quarantine, we also decided na i-close na lang yung both, well, we are required to close both stores and to suspend din yung online selling since nagwo-worry din kami dun sa welfare nung staff which is going to facilitate yung mga orders. So technically complete total shutdown of our business for already ngayong mag-iisang buwan na. And ayun, kung in relation to Upbeat, wala talaga kaming naka-close lang siya muna. We just like to mag-help lang in information campaigns through our fan page. So we ask one of our, yung aming social media manager, one of our staff to continue sharing information para we could, kumbaga, we still need to have visibility of the business. So pagkatapos nung crisis, we'll be able to get back kahit papano. Kumbaga people, meron
like
pa rin
some brands have
pagkakakilanlan.
already, we see some businesses already starting to at least parang soft open their business.
Yeah.
Like kanina lang lumabas ako and then I went to the grocery. Baka iba yung ano. Anyway, I went to the grocery this morning and I went to the Walter Mart in front of my condo, and some of the businesses there are, pero mostly their food, no. So I guess it's the hit is really more on the the toll of the lockdown is more on the retail, I guess. I've read that the especially on apparel, yung mga those that sector is badly hit by the lockdown.
Yeah, kasi kung iisipin mo, ngayon, even yung, especially from yung mga suppliers namin, which are yung related sa clothes, anything apparel-based caps and all, hindi rin sila, wala din sila halos production kasi ang mga usually gumagamit niyan ay they need events to have those kinds of merchandise or kapag lalabas siya, but because of the mandate na ano nga lang sa bahay nga lang, so medyo sobrang it's really badly hit as of the moment.
Yeah. How about thanks for that start. Si Ragde, kumusta kumusta ang mga ginagawa natin? I mean, I'm updated with Ragde kasi I've been closely working with Ragde over the past few days. Kasi we're working on some projects din, no. Yeah, I need to unmute him. Wait. Okay, unmute.
There you go. Well, first is thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate. It's my pleasure to be in this panel. Thanks for introducing me, Marvin. As Marvin mentioned, we're basically a software development shop. So basically all online. Everything can be done online. In fact, everyone is online. We're doing the same thing, that we're doing prior to this enhanced community quarantine. At first, we didn't think that we will get hit because everything that we do is online. All of our clients are, all of their business are online. We're doing online delivery channels for big fast food brand. We're doing EDMs. So if you're going to look at this, everything is online. So at first, parang hindi mo isipin na you'll get hit, because everything is online. But when you realize that your clients cannot go to their offices and process, the payments to you, then that's when it hit us.
Yeah.
So same as you, John. I think everyone is affected, no? even mga food delivery apps like Food Panda, you know,
I don't see any businesses that was even spared
yeah.
in this. Like this is, I would say, probably worse than the 2008 financial crisis, and even when the back in during the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Diba?
Actually, even if you're going to hear what Ray Dalio, one of the
Yeah,
managers of Bridgewater, is
yeah,
actually comparing what's happening right now to a Great Depression that happened in 1929 to 1932,
yeah.
and I'm inclining to believe that as well. So same with John. We're trying to hustle. We're trying to be agile and adapt to what's happening right now. Uh, so ngayon, we know na maraming mga brick and mortar shops that are closed, and some of them reach out to us, whether we can help them on uh, building online channels for them so that they can process more online deliveries,
Mm,
because ngayon they cannot accommodate mga uh, dine-in operations, because of the social distancing that the LGUs are implementing, or even the national government is implementing. So right now, lahat talaga, even mga fast food chains, 'di ba, are resorting to selling mga frozen goods. So ngayon, we're doing what we do best, which is basically uh, helping them to have an online channel that can facilitate online orders.
mm. Maybe, maybe that's something we can see later. No, like the what exactly is that online channel? Um, Sam, I'll give the floor back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Marvin. Kami naman, in Praxis Associates, we really thought, that same as Reg, we really thought na masuspare kami that since we're working on three main business lines, technical consultancy, integrated digital marketing communications, and technology solutions. Sabi namin, oh, sige, baka may mas spare pa. Noong January, we were supposed to host Sri Lankan delegates na mga government officials, and then nung na-cancel yan, sila na kasi yung sabi nila, wait lang, parang may something eh. Ako in denial pa ako nun personally, sabi ko, hindi, kaya pa itong ihabol. Kaya pa kahit isang batch lang, di ba? Parang, sige, kaya lang wala namang mag-accept dito, di ba? People are very uncertain eh. We don't know this virus. It's coronavirus, it's novel, di ba? So parang sabi namin, okay. Parang nandun pa ako sa in denial stage, and then it really hit me nung nag-lockdown na. Kasi lahat tumigil, di ba? Like, same as Reggie sabi niya, hindi makaka-collect, hindi rin makaka-move.
I think like the first few days of the lockdown, that was the initial shock for all of the businesses. Yeah. Like, diba, I remember that day, I remember Friday, I was still in the office. My team said goodbye to me like a normal Friday. Mm-hmm. And then I think the president declared this is a quarantine muna, di ba? Parang hindi pa siya enhanced.
Yeah. Started
on Sunday, and then that didn't work. And they had enhanced. So that's when it hit reality na parang okay, this is something big. This is something new. So a lot of business owners, a lot of business leaders have been scrambling on how to adapt with this kind of market environment. And to be honest, wala naman talagang there's not a lot of business books that like teach you how to react in this very unusual time. Yeah. Usually mga hindi siya global. It's not a global pandemic, but it's mostly like situational, like maybe in your local vicinity or maybe nationwide. That would be the largest, but on a global scale, that's different. So I guess what we want to ask our participants is what are some of the strategies that you have been doing or you've been thinking to at least have that sense of business resiliency. We're not even saying it's business continuity, because business continuity is sa long run mo siya ma-observe. But it's really just right now we're all about business resiliency, how you keep your staff. Number one, very important. And it's parang I see right now that it's not really about the profit. It's really about taking care of your people. If you take care of your people, the business takes care of itself. And it's also number two, helping other people, helping fellow businesses, helping the community. So what are some of the, I guess, strategies that you've been doing? Maybe let's start with Excel.
Yeah. Yung as of the moment, yung strategy namin is to diversify our business and enter into food supply. Kasi nga,
Hi.
food supply, yes.
Okay.
Like fruits, vegetables. Kasi
Would you have imagined the company doing food supply, let's say December last year?
wala.
What?
Never. This idea just came 2 weeks ago dahil wala talaga kaming ginagawa. And I have relatives kasi na farmers sa Quezon and sa Benguet. So, uh, this never in my dream na restaurant business, yes, but hindi yung food supply. But if nung ina-analyze namin, ano lang ba yung business that na pwede naming i-continue using our resources, yung meron kaming sasakyan that we could use for delivery, meron
Yeah.
kaming stores na pwede naming gamitin as yung point of pick up, and we also have staffs that could help us manage para kahit papano we'll be able to ma-sustain, mabigyan din namin sila ng work kasi most of them have families na umaasa din sa kanila.
That's
And
true. Actually, that the way that businesses use their assets to basically shift, no, or parang pivot to a different line of business, I guess, or different strategy. We're seeing a lot of that. Like for example, what happened to angkas drivers, or basically lahat ng people providing or businesses providing TNVS. So their drivers right now, basically wala silang pinagkakakitaan. So a lot of these drivers, I think Ragde, you can share some of your insights on this.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're seeing a lot of angkas riders, right? Like when you're doing your commute, if you're looking left and right, you're seeing either angkas joyride riders. You know, that's basically their livelihood. And right now, they cannot do that. In fact, if they do that, you know, they'll get penalized. That's a 5,000 worth ticket that they need to pay.
Oh,
yeah.
So right now, you know, they have to wait for this ECQ to get lifted bago sila makapaghatid ng mga passengers. And right now, you're seeing a lot of, as I mentioned earlier, you're seeing a lot of merchants that are selling their raw mats, their raw materials. May mga merchants na nagsiselling ng frozen meat, bebenta ng mga may mga nagbebenta ng like mga flavorings and so on and so forth because
Yeah.
they need to keep the lights on.
Like Jollibee selling their chicken ready to
Yeah.
cook. Diba?
Yeah.
You're still buying Chicken Joy, but you
Yeah.
have to cook it on your own.
Yeah. Well, ngayon, ang ginagawa namin is, since that I mentioned, as we all know, no, sa e-commerce, there are three things that we need to have in able to facilitate this online economy. One is the e-commerce channel. You know? For example, we know that in form of Lazada, Shopee, that's where we go to buy the products. Second is the payment methods. No, currently, as you can see sa donation natin, we can donate na by just scanning the QR code. So yun, mga payment methods natin. Ngayon, pwede na tayo magpadala to other banks using digital wallets such as GCash and Paymaya, apart from the typical bank deposits that we do. And of course, we have, you know, COD. That's the common here in the Philippines. And we also have the credit card and debit card, which is common sa mga first world countries. And then third is, of course, the logistics. No, as John mentioned kanina, is trying to adjust by using the assets, the resources that they have, able to have some sort of revenue flowing, to keep the people working.
Yeah, I
So
think
ngayon ang ginagawa namin, we have those two na the first two, the e-commerce channel, which is we are providing a checkout channel sa mga merchants inside their messenger. So that's one. It has the payment component of it already. But the thing is, we didn't realize sa economy ngayon, sa new normal ngayon, we need to provide the third component as well, which
yeah,
is the fulfillment.
fulfillment delivery. Yeah,
Kasi baliwala yung e-commerce channel if hindi ma-deliver yung goods sa kanila, 'di ba? Actually, if you go to Lazada, yung mga binebenta nila na essential food items, if you click the product page, ang estimate ng delivery nila is 7 days.
oh,
So imagine you're about to buy a frozen good and then expect the delivery in 7 days. There are some na 14 days. So if you're going to look at it, it's not only important that you have the online channel and the payment facility enabled to facilitate the transaction, but you also have the logistic component. So ngayon, I started with my, with this statement na there are a lot of displays, angkas and joyride, or even habal-habal, the usual habal-habal that you see in every corner. There are displays right now. And then ngayon, meron tayong problema about our logistics.
yeah. I guess the one thing that's tying all these three together, e-commerce and fulfillment, is digital.
Yeah.
Like basically the digital connectivity.
I agree.
And I also think that if we are in a pandemic now, but without the digital connectivity, I think the impact would be far larger. Because
Yeah.
right now, digital is it's like our technology prepared us for this.
Yeah,
Kaya
I
parang,
agree.
what if walang internet? Tapos
Yeah.
nagka-pandemic ulit yung
Yeah.
lockdown.
We have to understand that without the vaccine, we are not going back to normal anytime soon.
I like how you said na like you nabanggit mo kanina, this is the new normal, and I agree. And
Yeah.
the sooner businesses and people realize that, and I know it's madali siyang sabihin, pero it's really hard to. I mean, it would take some personal effort for you to really come to terms with the current reality. But the sooner people or the sooner businesses realize that, there's no going back to old school marketing anymore.
Yeah.
Not
Actually, I had this observation. In the first few weeks ng ECQ natin, yung mga small mid-tier merchants are on the state of denial. Oh, we will go back to normal soon. Let's just wait for this ECQ to get lifted, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then, may mga lumalabas na news. Parang us, we're starting to realize that we're not going back to normal soon until the vaccine is made. So now they're starting to adjust, like yung sabi mo kanina, Excel, parang you know that we're not going back to normal anytime soon. But still, you need to run your business, you need to pay your people, you need to do some sort of economic activity within your business, diba? So ayun, parang businesses now are starting to move out from state of denial to adapting to the new normal.
Yeah, it's the same when parang the 5 stages of grief. Parang ganun siya eh. Denial, until we come to terms, until maging acceptance siya.
I agree. But the faster you move from one stage to another, it's actually key in this current circumstance that we're in.
That would also, again, so going back to Excel, that would depend on, I guess some industries are more fluid to adjust in this economy than others. Like, for example, if you're in retail, it's really challenging to pivot to something more viable versus if you've been doing, for example, for us, we're doing digital marketing. medyo mas madali. For Sam, any because praxis is basically a service, you're doing service.
Mm-mm.
How does this affect like the service industry?
Oh my gosh. Because face-to-face ang ano natin sa service, di ba? We're doing organizational development programs and activities. So we really, kahit na meron tayong telecommuting setup and we've been in the business for 4 years already, and sanay na tayo that minsan lang makikita yung partners, minsan lang makikita yung client, we'll go to them, di ba yung mga ganun. Well, sige, let's just talk on Skype, on Messenger, or whatever. Iba, kasi well, syempre, iisipin mo rin yung client mo eh. How are they doing, di ba? Pare-parehas tayo eh. So, mangungulit ka ba ngayon? Even marketing eh, di ba? Parang ang dami mong gusto i-activate na mga projects or programs that's just there. Di ba? Pero parang yung konsensya factor na manggugulo ka ba ngayon dahil ECQ, di ba? Parang seryoso, mag-market ka, mag-hard sell ka at this
Oo nga,
time.
may
Di ba?
parang, I think people see brands as like people judge brands as they would judge people then in this kind of environment.
Yeah,
Parang
I believe so.
kung tone deaf yung brand, then I don't think like you get yeah.
And consumers are really aggressive. They're keeping tabs on which brands
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
corporate social responsibility work na walang hindi inaas, di ba? It's not for tax break. Wala na eh. Ito na yun eh. So
surprisingly, for the big businesses, napansin ko rin. Like for example, let's take Ayala for example. They're one of the first businesses to really have a sound plan on what to do with their business when the pandemic hit. So, 'di ba, on a regular business setting, yung mga big companies pa ngayon matagal magano eh, 'di ba? Mag-implement ng things eh. But I guess for this, parang it's something that really top management decides na let's do this once and for all versus siguro a smaller business na the shock is really something, no? Kasi parang yung buong kabuhayan mo tanggal. Diba? I think if you're Ayala or you're a conglomerate, a big conglomerate, you have a huge leverage pa rin even when the initial pandemic shock hit.
Yeah. Well, syempre, 'di ba, bigger coffer, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Pero may hangganan. Lahat ng businesses may hangganan yung contingency natin. And ako nga, sabi ko, this pandemic, for me, as a disaster specialist, talagang wasak lahat ng perspective ko on risk assessment and everything kasi hindi mo siya kayang i-measure.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang, sino magiging handa dito? Even big businesses, even billionaires. And I heard one of the big conglomerates right now is the one asking pa nga for the soft transition na parang 50% of the business pwede bang ibalik na natin. And for us, kami naman, sabi ko, at times, nung hindi, yung practice kasi nung umpisa, very varied yung services namin. Gusto namin gawin lahat ng bagay, one-stop shop. And then, sabi namin, sige, ngayong less yung may physical distancing, sige, activate natin yung mga comms, tech solution. But hindi pa din eh. Kasi kailangan mo ng tao. Yung social aspect na wala eh. And babalik ka pa rin sa how you take care of the people. And kahit whether big conglomerate yan or maliit, it's about keeping tabs with your people, with your teammates. Kasi family yan eh. Diyan nga lalabas eh. Ano yung core values, di ba? Sabi lagi natin inuulit-ulit during planning session, yung core values ng isang company, yan yung non-negotiables. And this pandemic, lumalabas yung mga non-negotiables ng mga tao. If the company looks at people as robots, lalabas talaga yan, di ba? Pipilitin din kanyang pumasok kasi you have to keep the business running. Kahit non-essential naman yung, pero kung non-essential naman yung industry, I heard some horror stories about it. And ayun, yun yung mga reflections ko in the organizational development side of things and sa praxis in general. So, kung may strategy man, we're doing it. We're producing content right now, di ba? Ito yung talagang, yung sabi natin mga bagay hindi natin nagagawa kapag maraming distractions, like writing, producing modules, yung iba pang production, ito, kagaya ng webinar for learning synergies. Kasi dapat face-to-face to na una, pero, sige, webinar, go na. Di ba? Ito na yung chance. So that's what we did.
Going back to to direct the question to Excel, no? Kasi I think very unique yung like from last year and then this year, parang there's really a huge shift.
Yeah.
You want to feature business. How about for the no, for your customers? What's the do you have any at least an insight on would they still buy if ever you open? And if ever you when you open again, what are we looking at
Mm.
in terms of changes in your business?
Yung assessment kasi namin dun sa behavior ng yung dun sa business kasi syempre yung market namin is retail, so umaasa kami sa foot traffic, and we also have naman din yung online. So dalawa naman yung pinagkukunan ng source. So doon sa foot traffic, dahil feeling namin magkakaroon din ng adjustment yung si UP tungkol sa paano niya gagawin yung classes and all, we expect a decline dun sa ganong aspect. So people might be transferring to yung online sa online platforms natin. Pero makikita natin na yung priorities pa rin nung tao, siguro hindi sila yung ganon ka eager kasi nga for our business na clothing line, you got to wear it, you got to go out, and since after this yung pag natapos yung ECQ, yung quarantine lang, people would still be hesitant going out. No, hindi pa rin sila yung kagaya nung dati na
That's an interesting point nga that you're saying, eh. Kasi I talked to some friends and what they're proposing is once na nawala yung ECQ, for example, China, lalabas lahat yan. Lahat ng na-miss ko for the past 2 months. Pero on the other hand, pwedeng maging cautious din yung mga tao. Depends siguro. I'm not sure din. Actually, for me, I'm more I'm leaning towards the lahat yan magsisilabasan.
I agree, Marvin. Kaya lang kasi, kagaya nga ng sinabi ni Ragda kanina, hanggat walang vaccine, there'll always that fear. Kasi lalabas sila, tapos cases are gonna surge up, and after that, kailangan na naman din isara yung So, we're projecting that kind of policy in the coming months na once in a while, kailangan nilang i-quarantine yung isang lugar, just like what Japan is doing na selective yung pagka-quarantine. So, ganun yung nakikita natin. And sa amin, that kind of scenario is damang mararamdaman talaga. No? Kaya yung pag-shift namin dun sa, syempre nandun pa rin yung open just in case the government allows our business to open, we're gonna open.
Yeah.
But dahil nakikita natin na hindi siya magiging priority ng mga tao, their purchasing behavior is gonna change. Kasi syempre, hindi naman siya yung sobrang important na kailangan mo siyang bilhin ngayon. So that's why we're transitioning dun sa more basic and essential needs since we feel na meron naman kaming contacts and resources to actually do the transition. So, ayun.
I have some questions from our participants. I will flash them on screen now. Saan ba to? Eto. So maybe we'll have Ragde muna start with this what will be your offline to full online strategy should this ECQ be extended further? Kunyari, let's say hanggang June pa. How would you manage inter-province deliveries? This is from Mr. Bobet Garlit from the room.
Well, for one, we are not doing the inter-province delivery yet. I don't think we are capable with that as of the moment. But to answer your question, how to go from offline to full online, sa organization namin, it's very easy, because prior to this ECQ, some of us are working from home already. It's just that this ECQ really forced us not to be in one room.
Yeah.
So, ang nangyari ngayon is dati the work from home policies are like unwritten. So meaning it's very logical. If you work from home, if we ask you a question, you need to respond. Ganun lang. But ngayong na-realize namin that working from home is not an option but a mandatory setup already. We establish mga simple to follow house rules like we have a mandatory weekly meeting because it's hard ngayon mag-conduct na meeting. Dati kasi if you're in one room, you just need to tap the the workmate, no, and then you can basically talk na. Invite them to go in your meeting room, and then you can basically discuss. But ngayon, it's a bit hard to do that. All of the meetings should be like scheduled. So for example, there's a pressing concern, you need to schedule it. And ngayon, sobrang useful ng mga tools that we are using right now. Like for example, this one, Zoom. Ngayon, if we want to talk to someone, we just ngayon, dati kasi mga nagka-calendar lang are, mga clients, diba? If you have clients, you invite them sa calendar. Pero ngayon hindi na. If you want to set up a meeting with your workmate, you basically create a calendar with them to notify them that you want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Dati kasi, the way how you do it, you just stop them, hey, let's talk. But ngayon, you cannot do that. So, basically, lahat ng ginagawa mo offline, you just need to find an online alternative for it. So, ano yung mga essentials? For us kasi, it's very easy because we're doing it already. Sa mga brick and mortar, yun yung magiging challenging. Like, how can you let's say for example, if you're in the manufacturing industry, how can you make that online? It's very, very impossible.
And for the service industry, I guess, kasi for example for Sam, di ba, for Praxis, wherein the main source of business really is servicing clients physically, di ba, they need to be there. There needs to be, I think, number one, you need to invest on a platform then that is specific to your setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have another question here. I'm just gonna go through medyo may mga questions pala tayo sa likod. Ay, ano ko lang Sorry. Eto. Okay, so this is directed to you, Excel. Says here, so it's a totally different business line from Upbeat, trying to optimize whatever opportunities and existing adjustment talaga kasi iba-ibang industry. Maybe to be able to still identify with the UP brand, you can try to see how you can partner with Barangay UP Campus or possibly the mobile palengke. So this is more of a suggestion and what you think about it. This is asked by Monique from the Zoom chat box.
Yeah. Actually, yun dito sa, kasi naka-base kami sa Las Bañas. So, ganun sana yung idea namin na inaano. Kaya lang, para sana mas to prevent people na yung maglalabas talaga sila, yung naisip talaga naming model is to deliver it sa bahay. Kasi pagka we try to market, sabihin mo, you have and may encourage pa rin sila na magpunta doon and to go out. So, ang idea din namin to support the government's effort is to para malesen yung mga taong lumalabas is to deliver yung mga basic necessities nila at a low price, yung presyong palengke, yung mababa talaga. Kaya we're trying to contact talaga yung mga farmers doon sa Benguet and sa Quezon. Naghahanap tayo ng doon para mabigay natin yung lowest possible price for the consumers. Tapos hindi na rin nila kailangang lumabas. Tapos we'll deliver it to them. So parang naisip namin magiging helpful yon for the community, for our people, and for our business continuity as well.
Yeah, that's true. Regarding, balik tayo dun sa question kanina about working from home. Ragde, there's a follow-up question. Working from home, this is from Monique. She says that working from home is ideal, but what's happening in our case, and I guess for most of our countrymen's case dito in the sa Luzon, no, especially, they don't have reliable internet connection.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
I
if
understand. For that, yeah. Yeah. For that kasi, I mean, in our industry, especially all of the things that we're doing, example, if you're coding a software, uh, it's really non-negotiable magkaroon na kailangan talaga ng internet eh. But sa mga industries na yung reliance naman nila sa internet is can be like hindi naman kailangan ng data, they can do it via voice call. Ang pwedeng gawin doon is you basically have checkpoints. Like for example, checkpoint meeting to align. We actually thought about that. Meron kaming checkpoint ng 11 a.m. and then checkpoint ng 4 p.m.
so
So basically what you'll be
you don't need to be online all day.
yeah.
But,
Kasi 'di ba may all the time.
yeah.
So pwedeng gawin gano'n na meron lang basically mga checkpoints to check and get updates from ano na yung updates sa ginagawa mo. Ang essential lang naman dito sa work from home is basically communication eh. Yung communication naman, you know, we survived that, 'di ba? Kahit walang data, walang internet noong 1980s, 1990s. So, I think with proper communication, you can still do yung work from home.
I'm also seeing like some employers give out at least they try to give internet access or better internet access to their employees. Like for example, I know some business owners na friends ko na they send out what's this portable Wi-Fi to their to mga nag-work from home nilang employees. So that's also one. So the employer can step in. I think there's also like I'm seeing some packages din sa PLDT and probably Globe that they're offering their prepaid packages at a more convenient rate. No, so those are the things that that we can at least go for now. Yeah. We are seeing siguro I'll check lang yung yung mga.
Yeah. But let me chime in then there, Marvin. Important yan na na-raise yung point na yun. Kasi infrastructure, syempre, the government has to step in this part because we can't control that. Diba? Yung okay, fine, magbibigay tayo ng mga pocket wifi and other packages to our employees. Kaya lang, if they're situated in a place na talagang mahina talaga ang signal, hindi natin mapipilit. Mahirap. And ako nga, di ba, Kuya Ekra, in Laguna, there are some spots na talaga hard pa, and that's Greater Manila area. So this is a really great challenge for all of us kasi we have to make sure that the infrastructure is in place. It's one of the pillars that we have to check para sa ating new normal, kumbaga, di ba?
Yeah.
Para sa akin pala to. Sige, Marvin.
Hindi, ito, it's more of an insight or I guess from Monique. She's sharing her thoughts. This for you, Sam. We're on the same boat. We are also in the service industry, providing training and research services, and we realize that our clients will be, if not already, revisiting their priorities and re-strategizing. I think our training services will be deprioritized. We might focus on research na lang siguro. Do you feel na ganun mo din for practice, I guess?
Yeah, ang galing. Monique, thanks for that. Nga no, yung research actually very organic din yung nagiging movements right now. I have some friends from other industries as well, diba? Sa medicine, public health. Ito na yung time para we push for interdisciplinary research kasi hindi to masasagot ng isang industriya lang. Hindi to ng comms, hindi to ng public health lang. Dapat sama-sama kasi this is a social problem. And then going back to the question, I guess medyo touch base din tayo with our clients kasi this is change management and that's we've been trying to address as well in practice kasi ano yan may shock. Diba? Lahat naman ng may shock, kailangan tinatransition natin ng maayos yan. Hanggang dun nga, para sa grief cycle din, hanggang sa ma-accept natin siya. And right now, what I'm seeing is a rise in tung sa education sector for so long, 2 decades na nating pinapush yung business learning, blended learning, pero hindi natin fully adopted. Tapos biglang ngayon, di ba? And hindi pa rin natin maipipilit kasi nga, iba-iba yung level of access of people to such technologies and lalong lumalaki yung social distance. That's kaya nga, di ba, sabi ng iba, wag na natin gamitin yung social distancing because it creates a bigger gap between the haves and the have-nots. So kung wala kang cellphone, wala kang computer, nakatira ka sa isang studio apartment na lahat kayo nandun, paano ka makaka-concentrate? Totoo naman, paano ka makakatrabaho? And ang dami, di ba? Ang daming sinabi, ang daming problema. Pero we can assist our clients dito sa training and development in easing in, di ba? Kung magtatagal to 1-2 years before that vaccine comes out, that magic bullet, kumbaga, pero sana wag daw natin sabing magic bullet siya, but that's essential i-assist natin yung clients natin into that transition, yung going back to what Ragde mentioned, yung nagkakaroon ng routine, di ba?
Yeah.
Tayo din naman, i-caution din natin sarili natin as employers na masyado namang nag-i-invade na dun sa personal space ng mga tao right now. Hindi porke nasa ECQ, 24/7 natin silang pwedeng kausapin. Huwag ganun. You should have
that's a good point. Yeah.
a routine.
Well, I guess in this quarantine parang nagulo din yung parang yung clock ng mga tao, but parang some people wake up at 4 a.m., some people wake up at 12 noon.
Yeah.
Na hindi naman sila dati ganun. I have a very good question here from JK Kip. Okay. But anyway, given the weak economic activities, how long can the medium industries hold up to this setup? Are we prepared in case this will persist until January 2021? As per DOH, this may continue until Jan 2021 if no proper intervention will be done. Sige, baka we can go around the room and see kung
I like this question.
Insights. I'll let you go first, Ragde, siguro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that's the problem right now. Yung vaccine, we can wait for that, right? We can afford to wait for that. Pero this current situation that we're in, MSMEs are really a ticking time bomb. Diba? Sabi nga sa movie na The Big Short, for every 45,000 for every 1% na unemployment rate, there's a 45,000 people that will die. That's a figure that we need to really think about. So to answer your question, are the MSMEs ready for this? Unfortunately, we're not. No.
Yeah.
Even sa US, there's already a record of more than 10 million unemployed Americans. They're fortunate because they have unemployment insurance. People that they declare unemployed, they can get support from the government. But unfortunately, here we don't have that. Diba? Same thing with MSMEs. It's a bit frustrating for us to wait for. I'm trying not to be political here. We're trying to wait for what are the plans for MSMEs, because us MSMEs, we want to help our people as much as possible. We don't want to cut our resources because we think hindi naman nila kasalanan that we have this ECQ. We want to retain them, as much as possible. But as MSMEs, as employers, we need to have some sort of support. We're not looking for a handout. We're not looking for, hey, Ragde, here you go, may tax break ka. You don't need to worry about your tax. What we're looking for is a support wherein, hey, just give us support now. We'll pay for it once we recover. parang yung mga ganang some sort of support lang. But unfortunately, there's no policy yet. There's no policy in even plans, for that. So, to answer, there's no quick answer for that, based from what's happening locally. Pero seems like the answer is going towards, you know, we're MSMEs cannot really survive this unless there's a support, coming from, I don't know, whoever,
Yeah.
support from big corporations, I don't know, support from government. But one way or another, there must be some sort of support,
Yeah.
for medium industries. Because without that, we're not ready, and I don't think MSMEs will survive.
Yeah. I just like
Sorry,
to point
but
out
yeah.
yung dun sa sinasabi ni Ragde, kasi I have a friend who works sa DTI, and actually kinakausap ko na siya. They have a loan package for small and medium enterprise business. Nung una nilang pinpublish yung plan nila ay after sana ng April 14, pwede ka nang mag-apply sa negosyo center. So parang feeling ko it would be helpful kung ma-expedite yung loans na ipoprovide ng DTI, kasi it would keep yung mga small businesses afloat. Mapapasahod nila yung mga staff nila. They don't have to worry about yung liquid assets. Tsaka pagka kasi yun sa government yung nagpa-loan, mas maganda yung terms. They have deferred payment, I think 6 months, tapos less than 1% per month lang. I think 5% yata yung 0.5% lang yung sa DTI. So hopefully ma-push out yung campaign nung DTI about the loans, kasi it's really going to help out yung mga small and medium business owners to have some liquidity sa business nila. Tapos feeling ko kung maayos lang sana yung pagbibigay ng 5,000 na support doon sa mga employees, na kahit kami inaantay pa rin namin na mabigyan sana yung mga staff namin, just so as alam mo yun, just meron man lang sana silang sa family nila. It would be a great help. Kaya nilang tipidin yon, umabot ng 1 buwan, so that's hindi sila mag-resort to desperate measures na nakikita natin, na once people really go hungry, talagang lalabas talaga sila, kasi they are desperate. Hindi mo malalabanan yung ganong basic instinct. That's why people rush into the market nung Saturday, kasi yun lang yung afford nilang, doon lang sila ma-afford makabili. Hindi naman nila afford mag-stock ng goods na galing sa supermarket, no? So kung ma-implement ng government yung ganon, para somehow it mitigates yung effect dun sa mga employees natin na, well, some of low income families, ma-prolong man lang natin yung nila, yung kakayanan nila to provide for their families.
Yeah. I agree. Sam, you
Yeah, oh my gosh, ang bigat, no? That's what I've been doing then, personally.
Kaya pa yan.
Kaya. Dumrama. Hindi, no, I've been keeping, ito yung responsibility natin as employers, di ba? This is a really great challenge for us, na kahit ang mega ng space, ng social media space, and kailangan natin mag-take ng mental breaks din from time to time, but kailangan din natin mag-aral nung ano yung mga programs out there that we can access. So ako din, kahit pagtsatsagaan ko, sobrang habang mga reports, di ba, the National Action Plan, ano bang ating malaking plano para ma-inject, magka-cash basis kasi tayo na economy. Kailangan umiikot ang pera. Hindi pa rin, hindi. Di ba? And even in community, sabi nga natin, dati, sige, we have to support local economy. Dito tayo bumili. Wag tayo, pagka mayroon tayong bisitahin community, magdala tayo ng magdala tayong pera para doon tayo bibili. Kasi we have to infuse cash in there. Diba? And right now, walang umikot na pera kasi wala tigil lahat. And that's where the government must come in. And then tayo naman as private, we have to be proactive in that part na i-access natin yun, alamin natin. Tayo yung middle person in terms of accessing those programs. It may be out there already, tapos hindi lang alam ng employees natin, di ba? And that's where we come in as top managers.
Yeah. Give them the options. Yeah. I agree completely. For me, just going back to the main question that our participant asked, would our MSMEs, will they be resilient enough in this market situation? My take on that is we are only as resilient as the systems that support us.
Yes.
Diba? Yun eh. We can have the best manpower, the best assets, but if we do not have that initial that basic support from bodies that that need to support businesses, then hanggang dun lang tayo. And also, I don't think, like, for example, since this is a pandemic, it's not really, I don't think the humans get to dictate until when it lasts. Like, we don't say, 2021, 2020, end of December, okay na yun. It's really up to, again, it's the virus, parang we can't really put a calendar in it. But we can mitigate its effects over the coming months. But we can't really say na parang by June 2021 it should be okay. I think we are at a perfect time to influence ano yung maging outcome natin in the next 12 months. Because right now while we still have the assets, while we still have the capabilities to do social distancing and to help our employees and to kind of pivot our businesses. This is the perfect time to shape where our direction would be in the next 12 months. Would it be, diba?
Yeah.
There are some comments here that I would just like to point out. The time check lang natin, guys. It's 5:09. Bilis pala. Tama ka sa mabilis nga. There are some comments here in our chat section regarding your question. This is coming from Monique. There is a need to strategize talaga, she said. You have to look for or create opportunities and take stock of and optimize existing resources, she said. That will facilitate approval of loan applications of lending institutions. Yeah.
May baon kang bala, no?
Actually, share ko lang on what's happening sa US because, kahit naman sa mga tech trends, di ba? What's trending in the US will eventually come here. And I expect that, about the new strategies, ganun din yung mangyayari. It will come from US and then to us. Sa US ang nangyayari, yung mga businesses doon, they're really adapting. Same nung ginagawa ni John Excel. So, meron akong nabasa na there's this toy maker company sa US.
Yeah.
And then, it happens na yung mga raw material nila can be the same raw material to manufacture alcohol. Which is, we all know, alcohol is one of the essentials here to battle yung virus, no? So what they did is they basically shifted their manufacturing facility from producing toys to producing alcohol. So nangyari in the first few weeks ng lockdown nitong pandemic, nagtanggal siya ng tao, like I think 75% ng people niya tinanggal niya. And then when they adapted from manufacturing toys to manufacturing alcohol, somehow na-rehire niya yung mga tao niya. So basically ganun talaga eh. Like we really have to re-strategize. Actually, even in China, they're the number one manufacturer ng mask ngayon. Mask tsaka mga PPEs. Ang nangyayari, yung mga companies that produces mga heavy equipments, ngayon ang ginagawa nila, they basically reconfigure their machines and now they're producing mga masks. Though
Yeah.
of course we don't know if those are really safe. But still, you know, may economic activity ba din? Kasi you cannot really stop what you're doing because part ka ng supply chain eh. 'Di ba? Kung mag-stop ka, yung mga supplier mo will also stop eating and same as yung people that you support. So, parang one way or another, we have to perform our role and it's really up to us kung anong gagawin natin, whether we shift from producing this X product to this new product that we think there's a market for it. Ganun talaga, we really have to strategize.
Yeah, that's true. It all boils down to good decisions. So right now everyone's in a shock, and like, oh, so we need, number one, we need sound leaders in the business community, to create these strategies on how do you move forward, with your business, and at the same time we need to have that support that I was saying, because the support to businesses itself. Yun. Do we have other questions in the, no? Let me just flash some questions dito na ano.
And
Okay.
sabi ni Francis, Razer Singapore is shifted temporary to making face masks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think ito rin eh,
You have no.
was it San Miguel who started doing ano?
Yeah, Hinebra.
Emperador. Even si Mega Roll conglomerate. So ang ginawa nila, 'di ba, they're producing Emperador, mga brandy. They're basically converted that to isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah. I have a question to the panel, no. What's how do you imagine the new normal? So right now I feel like we are in a transition period. This is the transition period to the new normal. This isn't the new normal per se. We are in the transition period, and in the transition period, there's you have time to prepare yourself. So how do you see the business environment operating in the new normal? Once basically the new normal, I say, is pag kunyari, once na lift na yung ECQ, once lockdowns have been taken out, so do we go back to the office even? Ganun ba? Or paano ba? Nyo.
Well, yun, sino ba? Ako muna.
Sige.
Well, as we mentioned, no, kanina natin pinag-uusapan pa, most of the economic activity will be online. Actually, yun nga, enable for us to communicate, it's online. So, we have to shift yung operations natin from offline to online. Yun yung pinaka-kailangan natin gawin. Like yung kay Excel, na-identify niya agad na he needs to move from, yung mga goods, yung mga shirts, into essential goods. So that's a good decision. At the same time, tama yung sinasabi niya kanina, may suggestion yung isa sa mga viewers natin, mga participants natin, na maggawa ng mobile palengke. But the thing is, it's still not yet online, di ba? Ang iniiwasan kasi natin is yung social distancing eh. So kumbaga ngayon, if you're going to look for a strategy, may mga checklist tayo. It should promote social distancing, it should be online, it should be essential. Yun eh, may mga checklist na tayo ngayon eh. So, if you have, let's say, a strategy that will take all of those checklists, then you're good.
Yeah. Really, and for me, it's one of the game changers in this scenario is the overall connectivity that we're experiencing. I think that's really a game changer in how we deal with this pandemic. So really imagine if this happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
Actually, okay din tong nangyayari na to.
In a way.
Kasi ngayon, yeah. Oh yeah. Yun nga, parang looking at the silver lining of this pandemic, no? As business owners, we are forced to realize the logistic component of businesses. How can we move our goods from one point to another? Dati kasi 'di ba, we let LBCs, we let Grab, Lala Move do it eh. Parang tayo wala tayong pakialam. But now, we're thinking of, okay, if I'm going to do an online palengke, how can I deliver this good to my
Yeah.
customers?
And at the same,
And
time, it I don't know kung na-experience yan, it makes you really hyper aware of the connectivity of how industries are connected to one another. You might be in the clothing or retail industry, but at the same time, someone from the digital industry or even from a financial, tali-tali kayo lahat. You're all in the same. You're all operating under the same environmental market environment. Yeah, so I agree. Talagang it's really giving more awareness to logistics is a huge part. Yeah.
Yeah. I-add ko lang yung dun sa yung parang feeling ko after yung kung ano yung magiging new normal, while pag tinanggal yung lockdown, people could pwede siguro silang bigla silang dadagsa, pero eventually once the government realize kung gaano ka bigat yung problem na you just can't release the people, hindi mo sila basta pwedeng hayaang magano because the problem will just reemerge, baka mas malala pa, no? Pag sa katagalan talaga, what we can see is magbabago talaga yung behavior ng mga tao towards yung sa preferences nila, yung sa priorities nila, kung ano yung gusto nilang bilhin. Kasi nga, resources will be limited. Yung mga middle income families na probably dati afford pa nila yung, let's say, mag-take out sa ganito, kay Jollibee, kay they'll probably think, I'll just cook sa bahay. Kasi kami, nung na-realize namin na, okay pala, pag nagluluto tayo, you could cut the budget ng sobrang laki. Kasi a family of 4, yung binabudget yung pamalengke mo sa buong linggo could feed yung family mo, di ba? Kasi magkano yung isang dine out mo sa isang restaurant. So their priority is going to change, their spending is going to change, and yung pag going back to the basics so that we'll be able to matiis man lang malagpasan, I think it's important. And yung sinabi nga ni Ragde kanina with regards to connectivity issues, like hindi naman lahat maayos yung internet and not everyone has access to yung iba free Facebook lang yung ginagamit, di ba? So looking at yung possible market, prioritizing and re-strategizing is really going to help the small and medium enterprise to survive, barely survive, para ma-support natin yung mga families na umaasa sa atin.
Yeah.
Sam, you wanna add or?
Yeah, I agree with that. We're going back to the basics, diba? At yung mga batang 90s, alam yung panahon na hindi pa tayo connected sa internet, diba? Papahala tayo. Anyway, ayun, we're going back to the basics. Nakikita natin yan, diba? Consumer behavior. Ano yung mga binibili ngayon? Sabi nga yung neglected industry for so long, agriculture, di ba ngayon, ang hinahata, wait lang, nasa ng fresh gulay, nasa ng fresh.
Yeah, oo. We're really going back to a raw material mindset. Yeah. Parang rather than the finished product.
Kasi survival mode nga to, di ba? We have to get past this pandemic and
survive from the finished product kasi it takes some logistics It takes more logistic times Versus, kaya for example, Jollibee, diba? Sige, bilhin mo na lang tong uncooked chicken joy. Luto mo na lang sa bahay.
Ang galing nga din talaga na, diba? Yung lahat ng sa stock nila, ubos, diba? Yung big companies can do that, yung ganong pivoting. But for us, yung going to the new normal nga, natin. Ang nakita ko ditong kailangan natin i-maximize na nangyari, di ba? Everyone's out there, yung hyper-reality natin, yung bago nating mundo ay online, di ba? And nagkakakilanlan nga yung mga direct and indirect competitors. Kaya ang funny rin, kasi nare-realize natin, wait lang, ginagawa na pala niya to. Kung kaya ko naman palang alisin na to sa service line ko, tapos siya na lang gumawa, after the pandemic, siya lang supplier ko, di ba yung mga ganun? And then later on, we can buuin natin itong mga communities of practice. Yung mga nakikita natin mga good and best practices, we have to share it with the world, with our fellow men, countrymen, diba? Na parang, okay, this is how they survive. Pwede rin tayo gumawa sa ibang bansa, syempre, pero dahil iba yung konteksto, siguro yung mga key lessons na lang yung makakuha natin doon na di natin pwedeng i-lift yung lockdown agad-agad kasi pwede emerge, yung mga gano'n, di ba? Yeah. We're banking on science again, di ba? Yung evidence-based decision making is very important. And then we have to be guided by 3 key principles. Ito yung nakuha ko sa mga mas senior na businessmen last 2 weeks ago. Sabi nila, dapat infrastructure, you have to look at that. As a company din, anong meron, di ba? You have to have an inventory of your assets. Anong meron na tayo? And then skills, anong meron yung company na natin, yung team members. And then what kind of content do we need to produce?
Infrastructure, skills, and content.
Yeah. Yun yung tatlong mahalaga. And yun yung magiging guiding principles natin in planning for the new
That's very normal. That's a very good insight, Sam. And also just to share, since I am from the digital advertising industry, we're doing ads. I'm also seeing, or we're also observing, brands or businesses try to put more effort, and more resources in their online advertising spend. I think that's one of the new normals that we're looking at. Although even before this, we're seeing brands that put more resources in online ads. But even now, I think it's more of a talagang is a kumbaga yung naglagay ka ng kerosene sa fire para bumulis yung So we're seeing a lot of we're seeing a lot, we're more competitive in terms of online spending. Yeah.
Siguro tama. I agree with you, Marvin. Hindi na dati kung medyo hirap tayong isell yung idea na you have to have a website, you have
right. Kaya nga parang this, I saw this meme na parang what made your company shift to digital? Parang is it the board of directors? Is it your customers? Or is it the pandemic? And it's letter C, it's the pandemic.
Agree.
So, yun yung this is so really, I think the digital connectivity that we're experiencing is really a great advantage in how we deal with this with this situation. So anyway, it's 5:25, guys. I'd like to siguro go around the panelists again, like one final insights. We'll start with Ragde and then Excel and then Sam, and then we'll close it out.
So, as we keep on repeating on this session, if you are thinking of a strategy for your company, enable for you to survive and thrive, you have to, your strategy needs to have the following checklist. One, you're dealing with essentials, food, ano pa ba, mga cleaning materials that can battle this pandemic. And also, we found out na yung mga skincare services, essential din siya for some.
Actually.
So that's one. Yeah, kasi ganun pa din parang
need your skincare na pandemic
Yeah, kasi syempre, kahit na hindi ka lumalabas, but if you're doing a conference call, you still need to look good.
Right? That's a good
No, see, that's
I think that ultimately skincare makes people feel better. Like na lockdown na ako, pangit ko pa.
Yeah, I agree. Second is it should be online. There should be an online component to it. Yes, you can get away from not being online. You can do hotline, but remember, people are on Facebook. So still, you should have an online component. No? And third, it should not violate social distancing. Because if your business violates that, that will backfire. That will backfire. Pwedeng mapicturean yung business mo, post niya, ang kulit itong mga to. Parang instead of
Yeah.
you promoting it, it will backfire pa. So yun lang, for me, if you have those 3 checklists, you're good.
Thanks, Regde. So, yun, no? Excel, final thoughts, insights on dealing
I
turbulent.
I also learned a lot from Ragde and Sam with regards to how to plan, especially we're transitioning to a different merchandise, so definitely gonna take that into considerations. Ang ano ko lang is to yung small and medium businesses out there, hopefully you could look out yung packages that DTI is going to launch. So this is going to, yung stimulus package nila is really going to help us and help our people maitawid, no? Kasi feeling ko we need to matulungan din sila na kapag ka nakakuha tayo ng loan, if we could extend the loan to them or if we could keep them employed, matulungan natin sila through this pandemic. Will be able to look forward to a better na wala ng epidemic, kasi otherwise if these people go yung ma-deprive sa kanila yung mga basic necessities, hindi ano talaga sila. We really can't prevent yung mga nakikita natin na dumadagsa sila sa munisipyo, parang ganyan. So I think dun sa mga small and medium business owners who have the ability to support, please do so para makatulong tayo dun sa effort ng government din into stopping this pandemic. Ayun.
All right. Thank you. Sam, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, for me naman, for Praxis, since we're into organizational development and nasira talaga yung mga models and ano na alam natin, but babalik tayo ng babalik talaga dun sa very basic, which is the people, diba? People management, taking care of the people, your team, diba? First, kumustahin mo muna sila, and then pagka ano naman sila naman tutulong pagka okay na talaga sila, di ba, din physically, mentally, magiging sila katandem mo and planning for the new normal, di ba? Madaling sabihin sa ilang businesses, but kagaya namin na ako, eto, aaminin ko na, 3 po yung startups ko. And yung 2, natong past, 9 months lang sila pinanganak. So parang, oh my gosh, seryoso. Ako, hindi ko siya nahulaan But eto na, nandito na tayo. And this is the time for sort of like the spring cleaning sa top management. Balikan natin kung ano yung mga hindi natin nagawa, if there are a lot of distractions. And then, but don't be too hard on yourselves. Kasi, sabi, mga nababasa ko nga yung iba parang, kailangan ba araw-araw ako may nagagawang big thing out of my checklist? Nasa yun kung ano yung priority mo. But ako, ang priority ko, health ko muna. Kasi I have to be on top of my game dahil pagkatapos na tong lahat na to, mas malaki yung laban na gagawin natin. Diba? And kailangan 110% ka dun sa laban na yun. So, kung parang Miss Universe, but ganun talaga Yun yung natin yun na yung parting words ko as a managing partner, CEO ng 2 companies. And ayun, parang walang nag-akala nito. Okay lang yan, yung nararanasan natin, yung anxiety and everything. Ang maganda dyan, guys, yung sinasabi nating 3 Fs natin sa investment, yung friends, family, and fools, sila yung babalikan natin. And plus the support community. And maganda kung yung government, diba? Came into the picture na talagang very strong, very clear yung plans and accessible sa ating lahat. Diba? Mapa-sari-sari store man yan o big conglomerate. Diba?
Yes, that's something we're all sincerely looking forward to in the next few days or weeks, no? So thank you for I'd like to thank you guys for your very good insights. I'd like to flash my screen again for our participants. Again, this is a free webinar, how doing business in turbulent times. You can donate you can send in your donations to this different channels. Number one, on in BPI. You can go to our Facebook page to see the list of donation channels. Union Bank, you can donate here as well. Gcash, Paymaya. You can also donate via coins.ph and through PayPal. Right now, I'm just looking at our current, right now we have 16,399 pesos. Thank you so much to everyone who have sent in their donations kahit magkano yan. We super appreciate it. The donations are still open until we reach the 40,000 for us to turn over to Art Relief, to the mobile kitchen. So that will keep on we'll keep our donation channels open. Okay, so that ends our main part of the discussion. For the rest of the session, we'll just I'm just gonna give some. Sorry, I'm just gonna flash some of our upcoming seminars and upcoming webinars. Let me hold on, nawala.
In the meantime, Marvin, let us give the floor to Excel and Ragli to plug their businesses.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, sige. I'll start na lang since this is something that Excel can use as well in his journey on being online.
actually, pwede.
Sige. So, Marvin, can you allow me to share my screen?
I will, sure.
This will be recorded naman, no?
This
Yes.
will be recorded, yeah.
Great, sige.
Wait.
Host disabled, participant screen sharing.
Sige, try mo na.
Ayan, there you go. Great. Sige. Do you guys see my screen right now?
Yep.
Do you guys see it?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah.
So, as I mentioned, we are a software development company here in Pasig. And most of the things that we do right now is we are helping MSMEs, even big brands, to go online with the use of what we call messenger mini apps. So the brand is, we call it Chat Genie by the name Chat, meaning you can actually buy items, products inside the messenger account of the brand. So yung si Excel, alam ko gusto niyang magbenta ng mga essentials like yung mga palengke items. Actually, meron kaming merchant called Palengke Please. Also, we have this merchant called Uproot Urban Farms. Basically, ang ginagawa nila, they are selling mga fresh produce online and also they're also delivering it. Currently, ang coverage ng delivery nila is within Metro Manila and then some parts of Rizal. So itong makikita nyo ngayon, this is what we call a messenger mini app. So for example, me, I'm from Pasig. So kung mapansin nyo, before I see the menu, I need to click muna my location so that I know that my area is covered. No? So here yan, may makikita mo, yung mga pwede mong bilhin, mga bayong, naka-package siya, and then mga vegetables. Good thing din to because we can keep the supply chain running. Yung mga producers natin sa Benguet, ang problema nila, di ba, is how they can unload all of their produce kasi syempre yung mga big buyers nila, yung mga big brands are not really buying right now. So ngayon we can help them move this raw materials to the populace and consume it. So ito, ganun yung ginagawa nila. Same thing kung naglalasada Shopee kayo, same lang yung experience ito. So pwede kang mag-check out dito, add to cart. Basically para ka namamalengke but online. No? And kapag ka brand ka na gusto mong gawin to, hindi mo na kailangan magpagawa ng mobile app. So ito na yan. So igagawin mo na lang yan by yourself. As yung mga customer mo, ito yung makikita nila na pwede kang mag-check out, and then pwede kang mag-check out dito, lagay mo lang yung mga detalye, and then para malaman mo kung saan mo i-deliver. So yan siya. So pagka nag-order sila sa'yo, ito yung makikita mo na dashboard. Basically ito, pwede nating masend sa link ng mga participants natin, mga viewers natin. I can share this. You can also look sa YouTube page. Meron kaming official channel na that our participants can look at. So the name of the channel is Chat Genie Mini Apps. So here tinuturo kung paano gawin to. Libre to sa mga merchants, wala kayong gagastusin. As in libre. Ang ginagawa lang namin dito para ma-sustain yung platform is for every successful checkout, meron lang kami dinadagdag na 10 pesos. That's it. Flat rate siya, 10 pesos. So kung ikaw merchant ka, magla-login ka lang dito, Facebook page lang ang kailangan mo. Kung may business ka na alam mo madami ka ng followers, na-announce mo na magbebenta ka ng mga essentials, kailangan mo lang silang i-connect. And then, so ito, for example, may milk tea shop ka, well, dami lang siya. Dito mo makikita yung mga orders. Tapos pag may umorder sa'yo, as a business owner, makikita mo siya dito. Tapos yung mga for delivery, makikita mo siya dito. So, ganyan. Ganyan lang siya. Tapos para ka lang nag-upload ng mga products mo sa Facebook, ganun lang din. Lalagay ka ng mga product mo. Basically, ano lang siya, as simple as possible. Tapos yung shipping, ikaw na bahala. Gusto mo maglagay dito ng shipping kasi ikaw na, like yung sa'yo, John Excel, gusto mo ikaw na mag-delivery house to house, pwede mo siyang gawin dito. Yung payments natin, pwede mong gawing cash on delivery, ikaw bahala since na ikaw din naman ang mag-deliver. Or kung gusto mo, advance yung payment, pwedeng bank deposit. So, pwedeng ganyan. So, again, yan yung ginagawa namin. Actually, ito, the way how we run this, parang tulong na rin namin to sa mga MSMEs eh.
Yeah.
So, for example, kung ikaw gusto mo talaga magbenta online pero hindi ka familiar kung paano siya gagawin, ito na yung support namin. This is our help to MSMEs.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, yun yung ginagawa namin. Kung wala kayong mga delivery, we also, meron din akong i-share ko lang din, yung mga nanonood natin ng mga angkas drivers. Huwag kayong mag-alala, meron din tayong ginawa para sa inyo. So meron din kaming program para sa kanila. So ito siya. Temporary delivery jobs program. So currently meron na kaming naka-register na 11 na angkas riders dito. So kung kayo alam nyo na hindi kayo makakapag sakay ng mga pasahero, wag na kayong sumugal. Ito na, bibigyan na namin kayo ng temporary gigs, no? This ECQ. Ang gagawin lang namin is ipa-partner namin kayo sa mga MSMEs na gumagamit ng Mini App. So kayo na bahalang makipag-usap directly sa mga businesses para at least meron kayong temporary livelihood program ngayon sa panahon na to.
Right. Cool. That looks super useful in times like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excel?
Okay. Thank you, Ragde, for that very, very helpful app. Well, na ano ako kasi medyo hindi ako masyadong, sa totoo lang, we've been working out on our website for the past months. Hindi ko siya ma-implement. Meron nang gumawa ng website namin, hindi ko pa siya ma-full blown kasi medyo ako medyo hindi ako maano sa ganitong type of connectivity, no. But yung Chat Genie, I was really amazed. Thank you for the mini app. We'll definitely use that on our once we launch our tapos tingnan namin how we could also try to integrate yung Chat Genie dun sa business namin na sa Upbeat. Ayun. So, pa-promote ko lang yung for our clients na we're temporarily closed, but as soon as the yung lockdown or the quarantine we'll do our best to reach out yung clients Upbeat. But for now, hope we'll be able to support yung plano naming i-launch na online palengke. We are doing our best to make sure that yung prices nito will be competitive sa, kumbaga, target pa nga namin mas mababa pa sa palengke, and yun nga, kagaya ng sabi ni Ragde, it will be able to support our farmers na ngayon medyo mababa kasi yung price nila kasi wala masyadong biyahero kasi affected din talaga sila ng quarantine. So mataas yung supplies, but yung demand dahil affected ng delivery bottlenecks, no, hindi ganong karami yung open na trade. So hopefully you'll be able to yung support yung aming plan of yun nga, parang online palengke. Ayun.
Yeah, share natin yan para ano yung maging coverage mo on John Excel? LB area or Metro Manila?
Yung plano naming distribution is LB, tapos yung isa ay sa Cavite kasi yung mom ko ay taga Cavite. So ay taga Bacoor specifically. So ang gusto sana natin yung as in barangay level para yun na din yung natin sa barangay para maiwasan yung pagka-crowd ng mga tao. So kapag meron na silang goods na mababa tapos ihahatid sa kanila, I think it would contribute yung paglabas-labas nila.
Baka pwede kang makapagtulungan sa mga TODA.
Yun yung iniisip natin, kaya nga lang yung policies ni barangay, we still have to check, we still have to confirm kasi medyo yun nga, kapag mag-a-attract ng ibang medyo mahirap pa rin. So we still have to revisit and coordinate this with yung local government, as in barangay level talaga, para coordinated yung because we don't want to create yung confusion sa pagkalito tungkol dun sa mga policies nila na maaring mag-cause ng harm, so ayun.
All right. Sam, do you have
Yeah, oo nga baliktad. Ako yung organizer, ako yung walang joke lang.
Actually, ito i-promote yung screen.
Yeah, thank you, Marvin. Okay, this gives from Learning Synergies, Inc. It's a 3-part masterclass on how to set up your business online. Di ba ang galing? Nandito si Ragdel, nandiyan si Kuya Excel. Nagkataon lang po, hindi namin sinadya na ganun yung realization natin. The supply chain, talagang kahit yung service, yung logistics, at some point, talagang magkakaroon yan ng overlaps. And uumpisahan na po namin ito online. Ito, ginagawa natin. This is a preview to our masterclass. And then may 3 levels siya. Diba? From ideation, may gusto akong gawing business after the pandemic. So, sige, ito, na-drawing ko na, may logo na ako, whatever. Talk to us. We're Learning Synergies. And also, part of the Learning Synergies family is Praxis. So, sinulat ko na lang. Ayan, sana nakikita nyo. Back to basics tayo, di ba? Mahirap siya spell, praxis.ph. We offer organizational development services. And kung kailangan nyo ng kausap, business owners, talk to us. Baka makatulong kami sa change management, especially if you are into remote working na. Kung gusto niyo na mag-full-blown, tignan natin paano natin gagawin ng step-by-step yung hindi nang gugulat kagaya ng ECQ na level. Tayo? Unti-unti. Diba? Ayun, gano'n. So, we have 2 companies, Praxis and Learning Synergies. So, thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you so much to everyone who've participated in this free webinar. Please visit our Facebook page for the donation channels. You can also visit you can also visit the link here in the chat room. Paki-check na lang yung link so you can, I'm just gonna type it here. So you can get the links or the details for the donation channels. Once again, my name is Marvin. Thank you for participating in this free webinar, and we are hoping to reach our target of 40,000 so that we can donate, give our share of help to the community in Los Baños and for our frontliners. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Ragde. Thank you, Excel and Sam, and to all my team, to all our team in Learning Synergies, Tony and Francis. Thank you so much for all your help. Congratulations to us, and we'll see you again next time. Have a good evening, guys.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you,
Bye.
guys.